Hey, everybody. I just got off the phone with a very good friend of mine, owns several stores. And in the conversation, we were talking about the fact that one of his stores just took a massive decline in business. And he was very puzzled by that. And so today's Straight Talk Commerce, today's podcast, we are going to talk about the 12 most common reasons that that's going to happen to your store. Could be Shopify, could be any platform really, but the 12 most common things that you're going to want to look for when your store has a massive decline in business, or even a minor decline in business, quite frankly. Also, stay to the end because I spent the weekend in Las Vegas this weekend for my daughter Morgan's volleyball tournament, and I discovered that underneath the city of Las Vegas is a hyperloop, tunnels. Elon Musk has dug tunnels under Las Vegas, and you can drive Teslas through there all day for $5, by the way. And we're going to go down and we're going to show you exactly what that looks like. All that, and I got a couple other things I want to talk to you about on Straight Talk Commerce coming at you in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right. Welcome back, everybody. As I promised, the footage of this loop was fascinating to me. I'm going to place at the end of this episode just to get the topic of conversation going. But it was fascinating to me to see that future, what our future is going to look like. It felt very futuristic. But getting to the topic at hand, I was on the phone this morning. I got a phone call, 911, emergency, from a very good friend of mine who runs I met him actually when we were both starting Shopify stores about the same time. And he called me and said, man, I got a problem with one of my stores. It's weird. I can't figure out what's going on. And none of my other stores, he has like 6, 7 stores. None of his other stores were having this problem, just this one. And I said, man, that's really curious because normally when things like that happen, they're more easily identified when it happens across the board. It means that you're making a mistake, across the board in your whole business. So I said, look, we got on a Zoom and I got through the back end of his stores, and what was a blind spot to him was very apparent to me real quickly. And I'm not sure that if the positions were reversed, if I hadn't fallen into the same trap or wouldn't have fallen into the same trap that he did about his stores. And so as we were going through this, I started listing all of the things that we had found wrong and we were about to discover. I think we got everything. I made a list of 12 things that Shopify owners, e-commerce store owners need to watch and be on guard for, need to watch out for. And the first one on the list was choosing the wrong theme for your brand. Some new store owners will pick themes based on appearance, based on how cool or how futuristic that makes the store look, and they pay more attention to what they want their brand to be, what they think they want their brand to be, rather than let that discover itself like you should, and concentrating more on functionality and user experience. You want to go for functionality and user experience. Your theme should align with the type of product that you sell, and it should provide for your customers a very intuitive shopping experience. You should be able to navigate your store quick, very easy. Things should be very not confusing. It should be very apparent, very cut and dry all the way through your store. And the better you are at that, the better your store is going to perform. Your store needs to tell a story, but do so quickly and sell, sell, sell all the way through conversion. That can't happen if you do the second thing, and that's overcomplicate your design. Many users feel the need to add a ton of features, images or animations, videos that can overwhelm a customer. If you've got things going on 4 or 5 different places on screen at any one time, you need to scale that back. People's attention can't be drawn, the line, the tour. You're giving them a tour to the shopping cart. That's the way you need to look at this. You need to be leading them all the way from hello, the welcome screen. You need to lead them through this primrose path, this path of buy. That's how this thing should go. So a clean and straightforward design and easy navigation will always perform better. Not sometimes, it will always perform better. And really what you should do is make sure that there's only 1 or 2 choices per screen or on screen at any one time for people to pick. And you do it subtly. Don't give somebody a whole plethora of choices that they can make. Make this this or that, this or that. Think of it like going to an optometrist. The optometrist doesn't say to you, does this, or this feel better? Or can you see better? No, it's this or that. How can you see better? And you say that, and he says, okay, this or that. And you get honed in real quickly for a pair of glasses, set of contacts, very quickly that way, and you walk out of his optometry shop with a fresh pair of glasses. All because he didn't overly complicate things and keep you in there for 3, 4, 5 hours over something that is very simple. Hey, look, I'm trying to buy a pair of socks. I got a pair of hiking boots. I'd like to buy a pair of socks to go with it. You don't have to overcomplicate that situation. Okay? Don't be the cause of the problem. The third thing is, and this was so funny when he and I decided to go through this. There is a way, and we'll go over this way in a future episode, but there is a way, and if you really need to do this, then look on Claude or look at ChatGPT. Have someone teach you to optimize for your store for mobile. Lighthouse is a very, very, very good tool to use when you want to optimize your website, your current website. See how it is optimized for mobile, because mobile years ago surpassed desktop in e-commerce sales. People buy things from their phone now. For the majority of products, or the majority of things, they purchase them on the run, and you want to take advantage of that. So optimize your store for mobile. If your store looks different on the phone than it does on the PC, you got to address that. You've got to make that, you got to change that. It needs to perform better than PC, and certainly not even as good. It needs to perform the best on mobile, okay? Shopify stores in particular should look and function well on mobile devices, because a significant, overly significant portion of e-commerce traffic comes from mobile. Again, I'll say it again. People buy things from their phone far, far more than any other device now, and testing for mobile responsiveness is crucial. That website, that store needs to load quick. You need to be able to get images on that phone. You need to get shopping carts on that phone as quickly as possible. And optimizing, that's not just what I mean. That's not the only thing I mean by optimizing. I mean that you need to make sure that that path that you are drawing people from the welcome screen all the way to the shopping cart and the thank you message works on mobile as well, if not better than it does on PC. You must pay attention to mobile now. It used to be an option. It's no longer optional.
ToolEssential.ai is an innovative platform designed to streamline and optimize workflow automation for businesses of all sizes. Integrating seamlessly with your existing tools and systems, ToolEssential.ai leverages advanced AI to automate repetitive tasks, enhance productivity, and reduce human error. Our platform offers customized solutions tailored to your industry needs, empowering your team to focus on strategic, high-value activities. With ToolEssential.ai, you gain real-time insights, improve operational efficiency, and achieve faster, more impactful results, ultimately driving your business growth and success. Experience the future of work with ToolEssential.ai.
Which led me, here's what happened. So he changed the theme and the products, some of the products in his store. Well, that's fine. You can change the theme of your store, but you need to optimize that theme. You need to make sure that the theme matches with the products that you sell. And in this case, it did not. It wasn't really as functional as it was before. Now, this is a guy with 8-10 years of solid e-commerce experience who did this, who changed the theme, arbitrarily changed the theme of his store, brought in a bunch of new products because he was sure that the margins were better than the products that he was selling. And we're going to go over some of his mistakes, some more of his mistakes here. But neglecting your SEO is going to be catastrophic for your business. And new business owners, you need to pay very close attention. You cannot overlook SEO best practices on your product pages, on your collections, your blog posts. Those things make it easy for customers to find your store organically. And what I mean by organically is search. They'll run across those in search for on other websites will mention you. Those backlinks should be drawing a ton of traffic to you. And I asked him about his traffic, by the way. I said, hey, how's your traffic? He goes, yeah, traffic hasn't changed. And then I thought, a little bit later on in the conversation, I said, well, wait a minute. You said the traffic hasn't changed. And I'm looking at your website, and the SEO is all over the place. That cannot be true. And he said, well, I've increased my advertising. So it made the problem even worse. For those of you that are following along, it made the problem even worse because while his organic traffic decreased, he was having to fill in the gap by spending more money on advertising to keep his traffic levels up. So in reality, his traffic was way down, and now it was costing him money because he was having to replace it. So do not neglect your SEO under any circumstances. That is a continuous and constant thing. You should always make sure that your product descriptions, that your SEO are delivering the keywords that'll keep people searching or reaching you when they search. I also noticed that some of the new products that he had, the images weren't like the images that he had for products before, and I asked him about that. And he said, well, the new products, because the margins were better, he accepted the photos from the manufacturer. I said, yeah, you can't do that. And this goes for all of you listening to me. When you sign up and you are going to be a distributor of a product, that's your store. So it's incumbent upon you to provide your customer with outstanding SEO, product description, and photographs. I had some survival products, and the survival products were made in Utah. This particular survival store normally sold in bulk, and so all of their images were these white background bulk images. There were no product images of the product actually being used or what it was for, and I found that absolutely unacceptable. And when I took pictures of people actually using the product, actually wearing the product actually out in the field, sales went through the roof on my store. I didn't have to explain to people what this was used for anymore. I showed them in images, multiple images, beautiful, wonderful looking images. And it made my customers actually want that item. So you need to pay very close attention to the images that are representing your products on your store. And if they are unacceptable from the distributor, if they're unacceptable from the warehouse that's sending out your products, then you need to make sure that you put those images together yourself, and to make sure they're high quality, high resolution, and that they give your customers confidence in the product. Because poor images, again, poor images make your store look super unprofessional, shady even, and they drive away and lower your conversion rate, drive away buyers, and they lower your conversion rate. And it's just a massive mistake to leave poor quality images on a website that you want to express your brand. Now, number 6, when I see poor images, I can tell you very quickly that the product descriptions are going to be off as well. And the reason for that is because so few people know how to write or like writing product descriptions. They don't make them exciting. They don't make the product description kind of bounce and describe the product. The product description should be clear. It should be engaging and informative, and it should have relevant keywords for SEO. And by the way, all of you guys that are still trying to force your SEO, you're making a huge mistake. You need to figure out what the search engine optimization is for those products. Find where the holes are and take advantage of those holes. Do not try to force a round peg into a square hole. It does not work. It will never work. You can't force people to use certain terms to search for products. You should be the reactive one, using the words your customers use to search for your products. And if you have any question about that, I have other videos that talk about search engine optimization. Many new store owners leave product descriptions extremely vague, too short, too long, missing out on SEO and customer interest. And that is critical to your store. You cannot advertise your way out of that problem. You could not have enough money to drive enough traffic to solve poor SEO. One man's opinion. When you change your theme like my friend did, it goes against your brand identity. It automatically tells me that you're not going with your brand identity. And the reason for that is because your brand identity is wrapped up in that website. You do not see Walmart or Coca-Cola or IBM. They all have brand identities, and very rarely do you see them try to change what that identity is. And if you're changing your theme to your website, if you're trying to change your brand identity, you could be making a huge mistake that takes a long time to overcome. Without a consistent brand voice and a visual identity, in other words, that website needs to match what it is you're trying to get across and sell, it can be very hard for customers to either remember the store or trust your store. And if they don't trust you, they are not finishing that shopping cart. They are not buying from you. They may chat with you. You may answer a whole bunch of questions for them. But man, they are not going to give you their hard-earned money. Just find it very hard to believe that people can't understand that. And that's the end result of all of these things.
If your business operations feel like a grind, you're missing out on the magic of artificial intelligence. Whether you're in retail, manufacturing, finance, or any other industry, AI is a game changer. From automating mundane tasks to optimizing your supply chain, AI can transform how you operate. We specialize in creating tailored AI solutions that meet your unique challenges and goals. With our expertise, you can improve efficiency, reduce errors, and make better decisions. Discover how AI can revolutionize your business. Contact us today at www.toolessentials.ai/consultation.
These things. Branding should be cohesive against all elements of your site and your marketing. So think about this. If you have any product pamphlets out there, if you have any advertising out there, and you arbitrarily change the theme of your Shopify store as my friend did, but you did not change your advertising, your bounce rate is going to go through the roof. Because think of this. They click on an ad that looks one way with the old branding. They click on that ad. They go to your brand new website looking totally different than what they expected. And they feel in their brain, they feel that they've made a mistake and they need to try again. They need to reset. They discombobulate themselves from your brand. No. The better thing to do is from that ad that you've placed on Facebook, Google, Instagram, wherever they saw the ad, they click that, they go right to an extension. Your website is an extension of that advertisement. And they go directly to that product that they were looking for. No, other landing pages. You cannot have a cooking pot on an advertisement. When they click that ad, they go to the website and it ends up on spatulas. Okay? It doesn't work like that. They need to go to the exact product, not even the category. They need to go to that exact product. And from there, they can navigate wherever they want. But it needs to look very similar to what they clicked on in the advertisement, or your bounce rate is going to go through the roof, and the level of trust you will have with that customer is going to be non-existent. So make a very clear brand identity, you guys. Now, this is not one that he didn't change any of his shipping policies, but I thought I would add it here. Setting inaccurate shipping policies. I'm seeing this more and more and more, and it is something that needs to be addressed. Most new stores do not have this issue because they don't try to offer free shipping. What they try to do is find the best shipping, the quickest shipping, the shipping that's least expensive. Can't be free yet, but we can definitely get you some inexpensive shipping. And people are starting to kind of trend away from the free shipping debacle pre-COVID. Overcharging or undercharging, for that matter, for shipping can lead to cart abandonment. It will lead to cart abandonment, and that leads to profit loss. It's very important to test different shipping options all the time. Even if you think you have the best relationship with a shipper, you still need to see what else is out there, because this is the one thing that is incredibly fluid in e-commerce. And it's actually kind of one of the things that keeps it fun for me, is the fact that I have to keep so many plates in the air at the same time. It's not incredibly tough. You don't need to do it every single day, but it is definitely something when I start having customer problems coming into me about shipping, that I look at that very, very, very quickly. It's very important to test different shipping options and prices and find a good balance. Do not think that you must have free shipping. Matter of fact, it's a very bad idea. It's more of a bug than a feature now for stores to have free shipping, and they're learning their lessons fairly quickly. If you ignore abandoned carts, you're not going to be in business for very long. Find a very good tool. There's a lot of AI tools that are on the, I know everybody watched the AI debate, but like I said in the debate, there are certain tools that are extremely good. This is one of them. If you like AI, this is a very good tool for you, because a lot of times people will come in, they'll fill up a cart, they'll look at the price, realize what the shipping is going to be, and then they go and shop someplace else. They go and try and find someone else. You can't let that happen. Without, certainly if they can go get a better deal, whatever, but you can't let that happen without at least following them, at least attempting and reminding them, hey, you left this cart full of my products and it's still available to you, and try to find out what will sweeten the pot, whether it's a tiny discount, whether it's a free gift, but you definitely do not want to ignore an abandoned cart or many abandoned carts. Let's turn those into conversions, you guys. Shopify has an abandoned cart recovery tool, and many users really overlook this. I go a lot of times just to see what the state is, and I will go in, I'll fill up abandoned carts, and I will see that week which of those stores reached out to me and said, hey, you got these these things, you still want these items, because they're some of them are on sale and they'll be off of sale shortly. Setting up an email reminder for customers who left items in their cart not can increase conversions. It will. If you do it correctly, it will increase your conversions by up to 95%. So you will have very few people that just abandon those items in your store, never to be heard from again. And it makes those customers feel special that you actually noticed that they were in shopping to begin with. Number 10, man. It pains me. It pains me to even say this. But neglecting your analytics and data, as my friend most certainly did and has learned his lesson, because your store will tell you why it is sick. Your YouTube channel will tell you what the problem is, where it hurts. And if you do not diagnose and fix those problems, say bye-bye. It just doesn't work, you guys. You have to go into Google Analytics. You have to go into Shopify has a great analytics tool. I don't think it's nearly complete enough. You don't get nearly the flavor, and I would never say that that's the only thing that you have to use. I never let Shopify give me their own report card. No. I want a third party, unbiased third party to tell me the analytics of my store. So do not neglect Google Analytics. And if you're going to use Google Analytics, that I would say is enough. But if you're going to use Shopify, it's not enough. Those analytics in Shopify, in WooCommerce, in Etsy, that Facebook Marketplace, they're not enough. You're asking the fox to tell you how the hen house is doing. And that's, no. That's not what we're doing. You want a third party, uninterested third party telling you about your analytics. Many new store owners do not pay enough attention to Shopify, to any of these analytic tools. They wouldn't know how to read them. Or their customers' behavior. Because this gets very specific, and tracking data will provide you insight into what's working and what isn't, and that is what guides your future decisions. In other words, you are not out there just flailing around wildly. Let your customer tell you what you need to do next. Do I advertise here? Because this ad really blew up. The return on investment in this Facebook ad was outstanding. So the answer to the question is yes, do that ad again, or a variation of that ad again. If you find out that, hey, I'm marketing to India and Indians are not interested in this product, then guess what? Get out of there. Find something else that will work, but you're going to measure and you're going to return right back to those analytics. They're going to be the map, the roadmap to teach you how to get from New York to California or to get to where you're going store-wise.
ToolEssential.ai is an innovative platform designed to streamline and optimize workflow automation for businesses of all sizes. Integrating seamlessly with your existing tools and systems, ToolEssential.ai leverages advanced AI to automate repetitive tasks, enhance productivity, and reduce human error. Our platform offers customized solutions tailored to your industry needs, empowering your team to focus on strategic, high-value activities. With ToolEssential.ai, you gain real-time insights, improve operational efficiency, and achieve faster, more impactful results, ultimately driving your business growth and success. Experience the future of work with ToolEssential.ai.
Which leads me to number 11. You will underestimate the importance of customer service to your peril. Your number one, I don't care who I'm talking to right now, the state of e-commerce, the way that it is right now, if you can provide superlative, excellent, great customer service, you'll beat everybody. You can almost take everything else I said and put it in a locker and lock it up somewhere. As long as your customer service is above reproach, because nobody has good customer service now. Everyone listening to this, and I know that I'm saying these words that are very general and big generalities, but we all know that it's true. Customer service has taken a backseat, especially those customers, $3, $4, $5 million stores and above. People just seem to, it becomes too much work. And I'm here to tell you it is never too much work to add to your customer service. That should be your number one priority. These are the people that already trusted you to buy from you. And if you can't take care of them, you don't deserve anyone new. So beef up and do not underestimate the importance of your customer service, your customer support, because not providing contact options or support functions frustrates customers, period. We have all been there, sitting on our couch on our day off because we've got to be on the phone for 2.5 hours trying to get satisfaction of this what's it or who's it that we just bought, and it is infuriating. We don't accept it from our government anymore, and we're not going to accept it from the place I just bought those nice khakis from, okay? It's just not, that's not what we're doing here. Set up clear communication channels between you personally and your customers, whether it's live chat, email. That builds trust and improves customer satisfaction. Let me give you a quick story. So I had Melody Clouds, and on the website, in pretty bold and pretty big numbers, was my personal phone number. And I got calls every day from people who could not figure out this or that about Melody Clouds. And they were always, with no exception, they were always surprised to get me on the phone. They didn't always get me. There were other people that were involved in customer service, but I certainly got a great many of those calls. And there were people that were furious, ready to quit, when the conversation started, they demanded a refund. And within a couple seconds, I said, I'm processing your refund right now. Could you please tell me what the issue was and give me some advice on how I can fix it? By the end of those calls, not one of those customers ended up accepting a refund. What they did was renew their subscription to me because they realized, oh, wow, I'm talking to someone that actually cares about their business. What am I going to do? I mean, he's so passionate about this. There's no way. Look, Wayne, real sorry. It was frustrating. I couldn't figure this out. Now you've taught me what I need to know. Now you've explained to me how the charges are. Yeah, there's no harm, no foul. Never once did I have someone quit Melody Clouds because of poor customer service. I'm very proud of that. And finally, you guys, over relying on discounts, big no. It is really it's going to bite you in the rear in the long run. Discounts definitely drive sales. I'm not saying don't use discounts. They definitely can have an impact on your sales. But relying on them too heavily will hurt your profit margins at the worst times, by the way. It will never be at a time when, it's fine. No, it'll always be when it's at the worst possible moment that those overuse of discounts will bite you. You definitely don't want to do that. And by the way, if I go into another store and everything in that store is discounted and that you're trying to use that trick where you overprice something and then reduce it by 30%, look, we're on to you. Stop it. 2/3 of your items should have no discount on them at all. Take a lesson from some of the luxury brands. Be proud of what you charge for your item. Go on Louis Vuitton and find out if you can find a sale item, or Chanel, or any of the top brands, Gucci. Doesn't matter. When's the last time you saw a Bugatti that was discounted? Okay, and there was a problem at that level. You got to start thinking, oh, there's a problem with this, or no one else wanted it. They're trying to get rid of it. So discounts, use them wisely. Do not use discounts in a harmful way to your store. I can say it without getting too upset about it. And look, that's it. Okay. We're going to start with choosing you want to go with the right theme. You want to make sure that you've got the right theme on your website. Do not overcomplicate the design on your storefront. Make sure that it's always very clear and very apparent what the next step is. Always be selling, constantly pushing people to that shopping cart. Do not ignore mobile optimization. Do everything through the prism of someone shopping on their phone, because most of the contact you're going to have with your customers is going to be via phone. Do not neglect your SEO. Do not neglect your SEO. That is free customers. That's your walk-ins. Those are the people that looked for you. You should have a extremely high rate of conversion on organic traffic. That's your best traffic. And using low-quality product images, big no-go. You want to put your best foot forward. You want to make sure that the images that people are looking at, all of them, are either taken by you and they're super high quality, or that you use an image that most people are not using and is still super high quality and represents that product extraordinarily well. Optimize your product descriptions. Go. I know that it's a pain. I know that you're going to think, oh man, not this again. If you add a product, you need to make sure that you optimize the product description, or no one is going to buy that product. It needs to sell. That's your opportunity to sell that product to people, and it needs to be written in an engaging way that people actually want the product after reading a portion of that. Do not lack a clear brand identity. Make sure that your brand identity is very, very apparent when people come and visit you. You go into an REI store, you can tell what they're about, right? You go into a Bevmo, well, we know what you're about. It's liquor, wall to wall. The brand, it needs to be consistent, and it needs to be across all platforms, by the way, and it needs to be smack somebody in the face the minute that they walk into your golf store that you're all about golf. Set accurate shipping policies. Make sure that customers know how much it's going to cost them to receive your item, and that you are trying as best you can to stay away from free shipping. It really eats into the profit of your business if you don't do that. You can run into massive issues unnecessarily. It's a pothole that you don't want to hit. Do not ignore abandoned carts. No does not mean no. It may mean not right now. It may mean let me go check on a price for somebody else, right? You want to make sure that those people that have come to your store, filled up a cart, have the opportunity to come back. You've saved it for them. You've sent them an email. You've said, hey, you've forgotten something. These items are still left for you. Maybe even add a product in there that they weren't expecting. But do not neglect your analytics and data. That's how you build lookalike audience. That's how you build or bring people into your store you've never seen before and have a very high propensity to buy from you. They're already going to like you. If you don't pay attention to your analytics and data from your store, what mistakes, you can't find out where your mistakes are. You can't find out where to turn your store next. Do not over or underestimate the importance of your customer support. Can't say that enough. If you get nothing else, write that down. Customer support, customer support, customer support. You have got to make sure that the people, whether they bought something from you this time or not, or whether they bought something from you and need to return it, or they need to answer questions about that product, you need to make sure that they have a voice, that you hear that voice, and that you solve whatever problems that they have. Toot sweet. Make sure that you solve those issues for them in a very pleasant way, very quickly. Work on that. And then finally, we're not over-relying on discounts. Discounts are fun on the short term. You may have a sale here, a sale there. Christmas is always a good time to apply discounts. But listen, when luxury brands do not offer discounts and people buy those luxury brands, you will see the wisdom in what it is I'm trying to tell you. There you have it. That was the totality of the conversation that he and I had. And it started out talking about this past weekend and what we did. We went to Las Vegas. And the images that you're seeing right now are us going down an escalator in Vegas to the Loop. And you buy a ticket. It's $5, you guys. $5. You can ride this thing all day long if that's what you choose to do. It was nice and pleasant. It was cool outside, but it was much warmer down there in the tunnels. Within a few seconds, a brand new Tesla pulled up with a driver, popped the trunk. I put the bag that I was carrying in the trunk, got in the car, and zoom. Very quickly, he zipped right into a tunnel. And that tunnel brought me to the front entrance of the Las Vegas Convention Center where my daughter was playing volleyball. And I can't remember, not even very rarely, I can't remember the last time that I was impressed by public transportation. And that's what this is, public transportation. You go down, it's a very clean, very nice environment. Jump in this car. They take you directly through this Battlestar Galactica wormhole in the rock. And they take you directly to your destination. The map that I saw was of 90 tunnels under Las Vegas. Now, not all of them are ready for showtime. They have 4 boring machines underneath Las Vegas right now that are currently working, and probably, 6 to 10 years from now, they'll be finished with all the tunnels. I don't know exactly. I'm just guessing. But it was incredible. And then they have a very nice segment of the concrete tunnel out for you to inspect, for you to take a look at. It's very cool. I'd say what you want about Elon Musk, and I know that he's all of a sudden very polarizing. Not to me. I love everything he's doing, but very polarizing in the U.S. right now. But someone that's that smart and that talented. We are just very lucky that he is chosen the United States of America to do what it is he does. No other country can land rockets back into the gantry they took off from. That is incredible feat. Anyway, look, that's really what I have for you guys this week. Very glad to have the opportunity to speak with you. I would ask that if you like the content that I'm doing for you, you know that you can subscribe if you enjoy that. Like or dislike. Engagement to me is I like engagement. Engagement is very cool. So the thumbs up or thumbs down on this episode, and drop a comment on whether or not you've ever gone into one of the loops, or about any one of these 12. Which of these 12 things would you think carry the most weight or are the most important for your e-commerce store? With that, I will see you next week. Probably, actually, I have a special, I've been doing some lives. So if you would, take a look, and various times at night, various times during the day, I will go live and I will answer. Last one we did was yesterday. I answered about 30 or 40 questions. Never really got more than 25 to 30 people in the room. But I'm sure that that's going to grow, and it was a lot of fun to do. Just wanted to see. It was late at night. I wanted to see what that was going to look like. But look, that's what I have for you guys. Until next week, keep selling. I hope everybody does a heck of a lot of business over the course of 2025. And thanks very much.